Small show, politically uneducated Negro, he said the exact same thing. How stupid can you be? When somebody says something like Marcus Garvey never been to Africa, they're telling you three things about themselves. They're telling you, number one, you know nothing about global history. Number two, you know nothing about African history or colonization. Okay? And you know nothing about international relations. It is absolutely asinine for a Negro to say Marcus Garvey never went to Africa without putting it into the context.
Why do you think someone like Marcus Garvey, who preached going back to Africa, never stepped foot in Africa? What was that all about? Huh?
He was banned from Africa.
Was he?
Of course. The colonial powers wouldn't dare let Marcus Garvey get into Africa. He was
in nay country? Not nay, nowhere?
Well, remember now, you're talking the 1920s. The whole of Africa was colonized by the European. There was no country except Ethiopia and Liberia that could be considered independent.
Right.
And at that time, Mr. Garvey and His Majesty had some differences that they later worked out on the Ethiopian side. And on the Liberian side, for those who are familiar with Garvey's history, Marcus Garvey was on his way to Liberia. He sent Pan-Africanists to Liberia with equipment, money, materials to begin building what? That international community for repatriates around the diaspora who wanted to go home. But Garvey was banned even from Liberia, which was the only free nation at that time other than Ethiopia. Nobody would not only was Garvey banned, Garvey's newspaper was banned. The Negro world was banned outright in every colony on African soil. If they caught you with a copy of the Marcus Garvey newspaper, that could cost you your life, either in prison or literally.
Wow.
That's the only reason why Garvey never set foot on the continent. He was not allowed to.
Interesting.
Peace. Peace, Divine Stargate. I see you. Glad you could be here. I want to talk about a bitch ass nigga real quick. Tired of this little motherfucker. We gonna put this nigga to bed right now. It ain't gonna be long. Y'all just join while I slap this bitch ass nigga around. Y'all could go ahead and tag him if you want to. Get his ass in here. I'll let people on. Why not? Fuck it. We could talk. Because I'm tired of this bitch ass nigga. He gonna keep bringing up my fucking name. You gonna keep up bringing my name? Making new videos when I gave you a pass and all this type of shit? Nah, bro. You ain't gonna keep bringing my name. Yeah. I'm about to do a locks dip set on your motherfucking ass. The fuck out of here, motherfucker. You out of your motherfucking mind. Babatunde or whatever the fuck you think your name is. Oh man, get up in here, y'all, so I could tell y'all about this bitch ass nigga. Alright, yes, his scamming ass. So listen, so I don't know how long ago this was. I want to say like 6 months ago, maybe. It was a while ago though. I invited Dr. Umar, who I was an actual fan of. I invited him to come on the Godcast. Now, he might have thought that he was going to come on there and I was just going to let him, use my platform to promote whatever he want to promote, to do his spiel, And although the brother says a lot of good shit, concerning black people and all that. He says a lot of good stuff. When it comes to him having this school that he keeps talking about, this Marcus Garvey Frederick Douglass school, there was a lot of people that had questions about it, including myself. And when people knew that he was going to come on my show, they wanted answers, as did I. Now, also when he came on my show, he didn't know that my father-in-law has already done what the fuck he's trying to do. He already started a school. He's had his own school in Brooklyn now for damn near 36 years, some crazy shit like that. Okay? But he started at levels and all this type of shit. And he did it with much less money. This man supposedly had $750,000 that he got from the black community over 6 years and has opened nothing. So I brought him on my show to try to get some answers, also to offer him resources. I spoke to my father-in-law prior to that, told him he was coming on. My father-in-law said, listen, if he wants some help, if he'd like to sit down and have a conversation, I'm willing to tell him what to basically share his knowledge and his resources, because now my father-in-law is the type that this man's able to, his fundraising, he's able to get a couple million a year. Every year he's getting funds like that, and not from government agencies and all that, from donors and shit like that. Black people. This is a black school we talking about. So I offered assistance. You can go watch the show. It's got plenty of views. Basically, Umar got on my show and acted like an asshole. And acted like he don't want no help. He don't need no help. And he ain't gonna give no answers if you not a donor. That's the fucking attitude he gave. And basically, he ended up playing himself on my show. I didn't attack the man or nothing like that, but he got real defensive, and he's still butthurt to this day. So he comes on my show, plays himself, right? Then he does a video, I don't know, a little while later, talking about he's disappointed in Lord Jamar and all this type of shit, that, he did an interview with somebody else, and he calling me a hater and all this type of shit. I ain't saying nothing about the video. I said, oh man, this nigga's, he's still a little butthurt or whatever. We're gonna let him, we're gonna let it, he'll get over this shit. People was hitting me about Umar, especially after his Breakfast Club interview, because again, he went on the Breakfast Club and he said a lot of good stuff. He says a lot of good stuff. Like, I agree with a lot of things he says. It's his ways and actions when it comes to this school and how defensive he got when questioned about it. That's what I don't agree with. I think he's very intelligent and has a good understanding of the problems in the black community and all that type of shit. And he talks a good talk, is all I could say. But when it comes to walking that walk of building a school, I think he's allowing his ego, to stop him from getting the help that he needs. I think he's taken too much money and fucked off money and
You know, he's to the point now where he don't want nobody to look at those books because he's going to expose himself. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's a scammer. I think he's somebody that might have had a good intentions, and he was just not good with money and shit like that. You might be smart in one area and dumb in another, like, you know, and it's okay. Like, we need a fucking community of people to do certain things. We can't do everything on our own. So whatever, he did that interview. There's a video up there. Oh, Dr. Umar lost respect for Lord Jamar, some shit like that. All right, I'll let it go. But now there's a new video talking about, on his page, talking about Lord Jamar's a fool, and he's gonna explain why Marcus Garvey never went to Africa. Like, listen, little nigga, you know, because I asked him, because you know, motherfuckers be talking all this back to Africa shit. First of all, motherfuckers, okay, only a small percentage of us are from Africa. If you believe and are still promoting this back to Africa fucking story, then I got a problem with you, okay? Because we from here, motherfucker. Most of us is from here, okay? And to keep promoting this back to Africa, thing that was actually given up to us by fucking white fucking Jews. But anyway, you know, I asked him a question on my show. Why didn't, if Marcus Garvey was promoting back to Africa, how come he never went to Africa? He's gonna tell me, oh, you know, he wasn't allowed to go and all this type of shit. Man, shut the fuck up. This motherfucker went all over the fucking world. And if he wasn't allowed to go, then why are you telling us that we should go there? Why do you believe that we should go there if you've never been there, sir? I'm not trying to shit on Garvey. I know y'all got a lot of people got, you know, we got all this emotion for our so-called leaders, but we're going to find out that a lot of our leaders were given to us. A lot of our leaders were given to us, and we got to understand why. This whole back to Africa shit, to me, is a ploy for us to abandon our own land, okay? If we were to really go back to Africa, we'd be abandoning this land right here, okay? The land that most of us come from. Like, think about it. What would be the smarter move? To transport millions of people over here, or just to subdue the ones that are already here? To trick the ones, the next generation, and make them think they were from somewhere else when really they're from right here. And now they've mentally and physically abandoned their own land. Come on. Stop it. But yeah, I'm tired of this fucking guy, like, bringing up my name. You're the one that played yourself, sir. Like, I didn't try to ambush you or no shit on my fucking show. I asked you a question that any, you know, I'm going to say journalist or anybody with an inquiring mind, because I'm not going to act like I went to some journalist type of school type of shit. But I'm smart enough to ask, bro, I heard you got $750,000 over 6 years. Where'd it go? What are you doing? When will the school be open? Stop telling me about the fucking HVAC. We've heard this HVAC story for the longest fucking time. Get the fuck out of here with this HVAC bullshit, okay? Now, if you think you're going to just freely keep bringing up my name, you got another motherfucking thing coming. Somebody please tag his bitch ass, because I don't play these fucking games. Like, get his punk ass in here, and we can go at it right fucking now. Like, I tried to help you. I tried to help you. And it's the thanks I get. Like, you played yourself. That was your fucking emotional response to a question. Acting like money, you know what I mean? acting like money is what's supposed to fucking determine whether someone should ask a question or not. Like, get the fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. I'm playing with your motherfucking ass.
Peace, what's good?
Peace, Queen.
How you doing?
Good,
good.
I've been wanting to go live with you for a long time anyway about a lot of other shit. But
yes, I am here. I'm all for it.
Good. Did you have the privilege of seeing the interview that I originally did with Umar?
I want to say I did see clips of it. And from what I saw, it didn't seem like you ambushed him. You just asked the questions that we all wanted the answers to. I don't feel like you did. I think he is being very emotional, and I don't know why he's re-bringing up your name. Like, he can leave that alone.
Sis, this was like, I forget how long ago it is. Maybe somebody can tell me right now. I don't want to click off and check my shit and see. But the shit, it was at least half a year ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was.
Matter, it could have been a year ago, because I remember thinking, well, why are you trying to open a physical school right now anyway when we in a motherfucking lockdown?
Right.
When kids, when he was talking about this shit, children weren't even going to school. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So whenever that was, we were still in a lockdown. And he was still talking about opening schools. And I'm thinking, why not an online school? If you really want to help, why not disseminate a curriculum that other teachers around the country could follow?
Right.
If you really want to help, if it's really about teaching Black children, or is it just about you having a fucking school and you having the money and you trying to create some shit that you can fucking get the credit for? Is that what it's about?
Right. Like, for me, it's been years. I remember watching Hidden Colors in 2014, and he was pushing the school. I remember him saying that he lost $1 million because of somebody. But I mean, I know, one of my organizations that I dealt with, would deal with Dr. Umar, and we were trying to help him find a place in Mississippi. And one thing I know is that man has surpassed any amount of money that he has been trying to get to build that school. Where all that money is going, we don't know. A lot of us would love for this school to actually happen, but it's just not looking like it. And I think it's time for us to start looking and taking a harder look at Dr. Umar and saying, look, sir, you have to be accountable because you making us look bad. You look great when you're talking to white media, but when it comes to accountability to what the things that you say that you're doing with the money that we've been giving you, it's always an excuse. And we tired of excuses.
And we tired of you asking for the grits money and the fucking all this other bullshit that you talking about and acting like you can't have. You're not giving a donor. Then why, if you're not a donor, why should I answer your questions? Because maybe if you answered them intelligently, I would be a donor. Maybe I can help you get more donors if you would just be transparent with what the fuck you're talking about. But the fact that you don't want to show us is showing us that you a shady motherfucker.
Right, exactly.
And we tired, and the reason why we have to vet people in the Black community, because so many times we've heard the right thing. We got niggas that come in. Obama was one of these niggas. He said the right shit. He had the right oratory and the right look and and the tonation and
the
all
vernacular.
of that. And the vernacular to make you feel like, yeah, this nigga is for me. But then when it came to the actual meat and potatoes of what the fuck is going on, there was nothing there. There was nothing there for you and I. And we've been scammed many times in the Black community. And I'm sorry, it's not even accusing somebody of being a scammer, but you gotta vet a motherfucker. You gotta vet a motherfucker. Like in the 5% nation, we don't allow people to just come around and just be like, oh yeah, I'm God body. Oh yeah? How you get at his math? That's a way of vetting somebody. If you don't know certain idiosyncrasies and all that type of shit, we know that you're not real. and we're not
Right.
fucking with you.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be asked questions, and you got to be ready to answer them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These motherfuckers he don't want to be questioned. He just wants to give us the money. Just give me the money, man. It's for a good cause. Give me the money.
But I feel like he's answered that question for the Breakfast Club. He answers it for, you know, a certain audience and doesn't have a
he
problem.
gives bullshit. He gives bullshit answers. I mean, he's not really answered. I don't think the Breakfast Club brought him there to really press him about that. You know what I mean?
Right,
They're looking at him like, oh, you know, this amazing mind. He's so fucking smart. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
he is a smart guy. He's an intelligent guy. You know, again, you know, I think we need to take a second look at this whole Pan-African thing. But that's a whole nother story. Like I still wouldn't be opposed to him starting a Pan-African school, whatever. If that's what you want to do, that's cool. I'm just saying, like, you got to do what the fuck you say you're going to do. Like, and you know what I mean? Your word's supposed to be bond and all of that type of shit. Like,
especially as a Black leader. If you're going to put yourself in a position to be a leader, you have to be more accountable, more on point, more disciplined than the rest of us, because you're the ideal, you're the example of what young Black boys should be looking up to. So you got to be on point. Yeah.
you got to be on point.
I'm going to need him to keep your name out his mouth, though.
Well, that's what the fuck he better do, because I'm not here for the bullshit. Like, I tried to chill on the first one, but now you making more videos months later. You calling me a fool? I'm nobody's fool. Like, I know about Marcus Garvey. Trust me. I fucking studied all these guys just like you fucking studied them. But I've now gone a little bit further, and I'm not romanticizing myself with any of these fucking people. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of fucking shadiness that you could find if you just do a little digging on a lot of these motherfuckers. You know
and that's
real. So I'm not going to look at anybody romantically and act like they're not above being questioned. You know what I mean? Because there's so much shit that we take on face value that we assume, you know, is real just because we were taught it at a young age or whatever the case may be, that we grow up and realize Santa Claus is not real. You know what I mean? And not just Santa Claus, a lot of shit that we've been taught in the Black community is not real. And we can get mad about it, and we can get into our lower selves and let our ego get all defensive about the shit. Or we can dialogue about it like intelligent, you know, like intelligent people who are gaining knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of different ciphers as we enter them. You know?
Yeah, that's real.
So I'm just saying, I say all that to say, shut the fuck up and stop talking this bullshit. Because nobody's trying to pick on you, Umar, you know, and yeah.
Just make the school happen.
I hear the rumors. I don't want to, you know what I mean? I hear the rumors of where the money might allegedly gone to. I don't want to get into it. Oh,
I'm not just digging.
You didn't hear about the alleged strippers in cocaine?
Oh, I did hear about that. I did.
Yeah.
That was a while back, wasn't
it? You've been collecting money for a while.
Yeah.
Now, that's just alleged. I don't know. I'm just saying. Like,
I actually did hear about that. I did hear about that.
Well, if you got allegations like that floating around, you need to shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
How about, just make the school happen. Like, at this point, it's like you've had enough money to fuck off. At this point, just go ahead and do what needs to be done. You know what I mean? Just make the school do something for the kids. Like, you know, but I feel you.
I know people that's offered labor and all that type of shit. And
yeah.
The HVAC, you know, we're going to be forever hearing about this HVAC, y'all. It's that HVAC. It's that goddamn HVAC. That's what's stopping it. Yeah. Well, yeah, you know, I was just coming on real quick because I forget who it was, but somebody sent me a message and they was like, yeah, I know you said, you know, I know you said fuck dude, like you're not fucking with him, but damn, he talking about you again, God. I'm like, what? And I'm like, yeah, and he sends me the link and I'm like, this nigga Umoist is talking about me again? Like, yo, I'm not the one, Brody. Cut this shit out. Cut your losses while you can. Because I'm telling you, if you try to reply to this video and talk some bullshit, it's not going to be good for you, bro. Just leave it at this. Okay? Just leave it at this. You the one out here making videos, so I'm just replying to your video. Okay? Now I'm telling you, shut the fuck up. Okay? And keep my name out your mouth. Okay? The only way you're going to shut people up is by actually putting out a school, Umoist Johnson. That's the only way. Other than that, everybody's going to be looking at you with a side eye, thinking that you a scamming ass nigga. Okay? Because you took too much money for too long. I asked my father-in-law, I said, from the time you wanted to make a school, you know, you had the idea of making a school, and from the time you actually put it into implementation, how long did it take you? You know what he told me, y'all? A few months. A few months. Because he wasn't trying to get no giant ass building. He knew he had to start somewhere. So he started with 3 trailers that were in the back of a old church or some shit like that. Okay? Did that for like 15 years before he was able to get the type of building that he got now. Now he got like a 5-6 story building. Some shit that cost a few million. And the way he did that was gangster. I brought him on my show. I brought people like Q Butter on my show. Young brother from BK. Shout out to the Ziox Institute, who started his own school. Had another young brother, 21 years old. What's his name? Sergeant or, man, I forget the young brother's name. But I had a show with at least 4 or 5 people after I brought Umar on. Brought them on the show to show and prove this could be done. It don't take no fucking 6 years. You had way more money and way more time to do this, sir. And you failed to deliver. So you either fucked the money off, or you got robbed and you embarrassed to let it be known. Motherfucker, you're going to have to come clean. You're going to have to come clean. It would be better for you to say, you know what? I took this money, but the shit got away from me, y'all. My intentions were good. I feel horrible, but I lost a lot of the people's money. And at some point, I'm going to get it back. I'm going to get it back. I'm going to get it back. You know, be saying shit 3 times in a row. You know what I mean? So, do one of those. Tell the people that you honestly feel horrible for fucking off the money. And now here's what's going to happen though. People's going to be like, either forgive you, but be like, all right, but we're not trusting you with no more money, bro. Like, obviously you're not the one to give us the money, to give the money to. You might have the curriculum, but you might not be the one to actually deal with the finances of building and procuring the school. Once we got the school, that's when we should call your ass in. But you, sir, don't seem to be a good real estate developer. Yeah. You don't seem to be a good flipper. You're supposed to flip it, not flop it. Don't flop it, flip it. You flopping right now. We need a flip. I know people that went out to the school, the school that you supposedly bought out in Delaware. It's a fucking mess. It's a fucking mess. And what's crazy is, I want you to win. I wanted you to win. This is why I try to offer some assistance. But you acted like the bitch ass nigga. You the one that acted like, I don't need no help. I know people that got schools, thank you. I don't need your brother's help. After I told you multiple times it was my father-in-law, you non-listening, non-comprehension ass nigga. I don't need your brother's help. Obviously, you need somebody's help. Oh, yes, Umar was in Vegas. Did y'all see that? Where he thought that he was going to hit the slot machine? You see, now this is what really fucks up your credibility when you do dumb shit like that. And then I read the comments and remember the dumb shit that you do. Like, for real? Nigga, you was in Vegas trying to win money for the school and acted like you were serious? Oh, Stacks. What up, Stacks? I know you're probably like, this could have been what you think, Lord? Nah, this is an impromptu IG Lord Jamar Live. I don't do these like that. But I did one today. You know why? Because this motherfucker was asking for the fucking smoke. He's asking for this. I ain't even watch his bitch ass video. What's so funny is I'm looking in the comments of the video and people's like, whoa, he's still butthurt over what Lord Jamar said. He was like, damn, the Lord still got him tight. Like, people's going at him in his own fucking comments. This stupid ass nigga. Trying to get them on some train as if I'm, you know, I'm out here trying to disrespect a hero, people's hero of Marcus Garvey. Listen, I'm just questioning everything and everybody. I asked you the question, why a man who wanted us all to go back to Africa never went himself? We all should look into that. So, yeah. I know people talk about this dude with his child support and all that. That's what I'm saying. Like, you asking for other people's children, but it's like, your shit is questionable, bro. Like, your shit is questionable. All I'm saying is, keep Lord Jamar's name out your mouth. You know? See, you know why Umar probably did it? Because that fucking video where he was on my show, that shit got a lot of fucking views. You know what I mean? He knows that my name is a name that be ringing in these internet streets. And I'm thinking that, you know, he's just trying to attach himself to me in some kind of way since he came on my show or whatever. And he thought it was just going to be a fluff piece. He thought I was just going to fucking, you know, treat him like he was untouchable, you know? But no, sir. No, sir. We got questions and we want answers. And if you ain't gonna answer them, and if you gonna look like a fucking asshole when somebody asks you simple questions and expose yourself, I can't help that you expose yourself. You did that to yourself. You did that to yourself. So, yeah, that's right, Benny. Moist is clout chasing. And I'm not with it. So, again, people, we have to, you know, if these people are going to claim to be leaders and all that in the black community and all that, and especially when they asking for your bread, they should be held accountable. You should know who you're giving your bread to, what you're giving your bread for. Like, I be showing motherfuckers, like, y'all, you know what I mean? I done showed motherfuckers all kind of equipment that I've gotten over time. You know what I mean? From donations and shit like that, microphones and cameras and lights and all kind of shit. I'll show you where the money go. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get rich from doing these fucking shits. You know what I mean? I be doing my shit because I know that a motherfucker like me need to be heard. Which is why I'm shadow banned on this fucking IG. Which is why we only have 100 and, 40 something people in here. Or whatever we had at the height. Trust me, it should be way more, but they got me shadow banned. You be having to type my whole name in for my shit to come up a lot of times. A lot of times you can't even put my name in certain shit. It'll say, cannot mention me and all this type of shit. So this very fucking platform we're talking right now got me shadow banned. So fuck them too. But Umar, I'm tired of your fucking ass, okay? Put up or shut up, okay? You get that school popping and everybody will hats off to you and apologize for ever doubting you and all of that type of shit. But I'm going to be quite honest. I'm a good judge of character, and I don't see you pulling it off. I think you've done just what we all assume you did, which is you started with good intentions. You got that. You had all that money in that fund, and then you had your personal shit, which was not good. And you said, well, damn, let me use some of this for my personal life. And you started using the shit for your personal shit. Then you might even try to flip it or some shit like that, invested in some other shit, lost your money. I don't know what the fuck. I hope it wasn't hookers and cocaine. I hope it wasn't that. Please, I hope it wasn't that. Because that's what's up, Poppy Dot? Because that's the alleged. But, that's just internet shit. I ain't never seen you sniff no cocaine. I ain't never seen you with no strippers or hookers and shit. So I can't say that that's true. That's an alleged thing. But this is what I hear that you like. And that would be bad if you were to do that. See, I didn't bring you on the show, and I heard those allegations, but I didn't bring you on there asking you about cocaine and strippers. If I was really trying to ambush you, I would have asked you shit like that, Mr. Johnson. But now you acting real moist. You acting real moist. And it's got to stop. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. Okay?